All right. So since we started this show, there has been one community that has shown up every single day, has been super freaking fun, super positive, super stoked, sharing stuff all over the place. They are hashtag NFT Army. And we got Loadmasters Rock in the house from and the NFT Army. So we're really, really freaking stoked to have you here, Ash. Should I call you Ash or call you? I mean, Loadmasters Rock. I mean that.
Yeah, I go by anything really. Load or Ash. Ash is my real nickname, but yeah, Loadmasters Rock. It's just cool, isn't it?
Loadmasters Rock is cooler. Yeah, I mean,
Let's stick with Load, shall we?
That's what she said.
Yeah.
I'm not the bubble. 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 I'm not the bubble.
Okay. That's yep. Load from NFT Army. How you doing, man?
Good. Busy as always, but yeah, glad to be here today for probably my biggest show, I'd say.
Well, there you go. So I mean, I know we have tons of stuff to talk about. But maybe if you could, for people that don't know who you are and don't know who the NFT Army is, maybe give us a quick, origin story of who Loadmaster is and how the NFT Army got started.
Yeah, so my elevator pitch in a few words. So I first got into NFTs during the Garbage Pail Kids days, as we were talking about earlier. And as this sort of NFT sort of series kept coming out, there was more and more, and I was struggling to keep a track of them all, really. Luckily, COVID is with us, and that meant I was at home a lot of the time, but still trawling through all the channels, trying to find out what's launching was taking a lot of time. So I came up with the idea to try and program a website to list all the drops for myself. And then I thought maybe I could get some traffic to it. And I created a little group in Telegram called NFT Army. And I thought only 20 or 30 people had joined, and we've just hit 1,000 now. So that sort of took over really from the website, and that went on the buy because I can't code to save my life, and the site looked absolutely terrible. And that's where we are today with 1,000 members nearly. I started dropping NFTs because I'm a big collector and just running fun competitions with the guys. And that's where we are today really with them. And other projects like yourself reach out to us, and we advertise people's events. And we advertise launches when we give out NFTs, really everything free.
Yeah, so I thought it's funny because I always write like a little promo post, and like you guys are always here and you're always doing like cool stuff. And I went to write the promo post. So the two things: number one, like there wasn't that much information, so thanks for that rundown on how it started. Number two, I'm gonna have to update that and you're gonna have to update your Twitter because your Twitter still says 990 something.
Does it?
Not 1,000. You got to get that updated.
I'll check it now. In fact, we're 965, so a little porky pie there. But yeah, we'll be 1,000 by the end of the day, probably.
But that's awesome. 1,000 members. Like how long have you been going?
I'd say I'd have to look at the stats and everything, but I'd only say about 5 or 6 months really. But yeah, we've got up to all sorts of tricks, and we sort of evolve every day. I mean, I don't really run. I'm just the crazy figurehead. I have a team of about 5 in there now running things. They put things by me every day. Can we do this? And it's basically always a yes for me. It grows by itself. Whatever the guys want to do, I let them do. And I was chatting to Corey in private the other day about a series they wanted to do. And we might even do that. So the crazier the idea, the better, really.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of building like that. Whatever we can come up with, whenever we can come up with it, it's a yes unless it absolutely has to be a no for some reason, right?
Yeah, there hasn't been many no's at all, really. And I've only ever had one ban from the group, actually, which was done live on YouTube, which is quite funny. But that was back in the early days. we had a kangaroo court in Telegram, and the guys voted to ban them, and we did. So it was quite funny, really. So they control the group.
Because like I've been like for some reason I wasn't in the Telegram group like until recently, and then I've only been in there like a month or two, but I don't go in there very often. But today I went in to drop our post that we wrote on Tribe to put it in the Telegram group, and I went in and I dropped the post, and then like I got muted, like I got banned, and I'm like so I went into the DMs and I found one of your guys that I know a little bit, and he like super nice, like the admin in there are really cool, like really nice, and it sorted it out and everything. So I would agree, like you guys are you're a fun little group to go in there and hang out.
Yeah, they sort of ignore anything that people post unless it comes from me, Ballas, Jonathan, or any other the team, which is quite good, really. In a fun way, we ban people, but it's only for a short period of time normally.
It was my shortest ban ever. It was like a minute and a half, and then
I think the funniest one recently, and no disrespect to the guy, and I love what he's doing, but the Blue Wizard popped in and started spamming a little bit, so we banned him.
Nice.
I mean, he's welcome to come back anytime because what he does is amazing. But we banned him.
That's any group with enough moxie to start banning the whales. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. That's that community thing is kind of what tends to attract me the most about any of these projects, right? Because like when you strip away all the tech, which is going to be ubiquitous before too long, you strip away all the fun toys and strip things down to their bare elements. It's just people, right? It's like people wanting to get together to bond together, to create stuff or do whatever, right? Like whatever you want to do. And so it's awesome to see something like the NFT army and crop up, and like all the like little cultural tweaks and the inside jokes and all like that. I live for that shit. That stuff is a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're a little family. We don't try and sell anything. We don't try and push people into anything. We just have a laugh. People do get alpha information. The new buzzword on the market is get alpha information, isn't it? And it does come out in our group as well as the lads group that we're all sort of a part of, and your groups and that. And it's all about sharing information in a fun way, isn't it? Yeah,
alpha information. For some reason, I never heard of that before, but that makes a hell of a lot of sense. One of our friends, Matt, Rika Crypto, talks about asymmetrical investing all the time, or asymmetrical information. It's basically the same thing, right? Knowing everything before everybody else does is real good.
Yeah, but I think I'm a strong believer that everyone should know.
Yeah, me too. I mean, this is why, we're shouting from the rooftops every chance we possibly get. Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, we got some pictures in here. There's the top secret confidential thing. I mean, I don't know how much. We'll let you tell us what
Should
you
we start with some of the promo cards that I showed you? So we've got
before you do that, so that I have a new metric for this show, and I can tell how excited Corey is for certain guests, because whenever he's really excited, he always forgets to do the gratitudes.
Son of a! I even have that thing up. You're totally right. I'm so fired. It's my thank you for that reminder. I think I'm in game right now. You're totally right. So we will totally wait for that.
And I didn't mean to.
No, you're right. You're right. I get all freaking excited. So I don't even have any clue where I am right now. I got to teleport back to the cathedral. So Load Bastard, give us one thing that you are super grateful for this morning.
I'm grateful for my family and close friends, I say.
All right. I will get that up on there. By the way, if anybody else in the comments wants to list something that they are grateful for, again, remember to keep it small so it fits on the sign.
Keep it small. You can always change it to just grateful for the NFT army, then, if you like.
Well, don't steal mine. No, I like that was going to be mine. Like, I'm grateful for the NFT army patronage. on this show. They like there's somebody here, many people here every show. There's 5 days a week, man. Like I think some of the NFT army are here more than me. Like I'm not sure
I was in Minecraft the other day actually, and I actually was reading the wall and I accidentally nearly tried to sort of unbuild it by accident because I was a Minecraft virgin.
Yeah, see, we're working on. We still have so much to get finished with, permissions and making everything work. I actually had to basically put you into God mode so you could use the train. Obviously,
dangerous.
Yeah,
very
dangerous.
dangerous.
If you touch anything, it basically gets destroyed. So yeah, we have to be careful with that for sure. All right.
I avoid any areas with buildings in at the moment when I'm there.
Perfect. Yeah, we'll get that sorted this week, I think. Anyone else got any gratitudes in the comments? Let me know. I'm going to do one myself because I haven't done one this morning.
So yeah, I think it's looking pretty really like it's looking cool. You know, there's a lot of communities involved, and it's kind of interesting to see how these communities just keep growing and growing and growing in the cluster, right? And so yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, you know, I think NFT Army was one of the first ones as well, right? If I recall.
Yeah, I was in there the other day having a little stroll around and planning a few things. It's a really great environment, really.
Yeah, it's fun. It actually the profile picture for this channel is actually you getting a little tour, first look at your plot.
Yeah.
Which is fun.
I've started destroying my area though slowly. I have got a little house there now. Actually, it's pretty terrible, but
all right. Yeah, it's gonna be good, man. We can't wait to let more people in too. We're working hard to get all the sort of initial boundary conditions set up.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what the army do when they get in there.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I'll apologize now for them, shall I?
We had some ideas. So like an arena will be fun. So don't apologize. Just send them to the arena, man.
Right? Yeah. Exactly. Send them to the PvP. So yeah, you sent some NFT Army cards. I mean, I actually put them up in a browser so it'd be easy to share in here. But I want to talk about one in particular first because it looks like it was designed. Nope, specifically for me. That would be funny if I said that one.
Drum roll.
I know, right? Yes. Tell me everything about that.
Swan. So I came up with an idea while I was working on a series to let the guys just get some visibility, and we started off with a few of the Army's own designs, and this is the first one really from Harley Swan. I'm not sure if many people know him really, but he's big on open seas and Rareable, and he does this crazy sort of art, and he did this specially for us. So we'll be minting them in the next couple of days really, and they'll all be dropped free to guys in the channel. A few of the low mints are going to be sent to Harley to do whatever he likes, and that's the way really. This is the way. I give mint 1 to 10 to the artist, and the rest just get dropped to the guys. So yeah, it's a special piece that for us. We also had another one recently from an artist, and we've got plenty more to come really. And anyone that wants to do a promo just has to hit me up on Telegram, send me some art, however bad. I think you've got some bad ones coming up. Not bad, but special, as I call them.
Special. You know, and we're doing we're doing a collab with. What's that?
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really, really good. I was just thinking, like, we're doing a collab with Ken Bozak, M Blue and I. Yeah. So we should maybe come up with something that M Blue and I do with you guys that is actually a music NFT.
Yeah, I mean, I've spoke to Ken as well about some. So, and I think this is a really good way just to get things out there and in people's hands. They could trade, they could not trade. It doesn't really matter to me myself, but yeah, I think that one's quite a special one, really.
Yeah, I absolutely love it.
So is this on Wax or is it on Ethereum? Where is that?
This is all on Wax. Everything's Wax based at the moment. I sort of steer clear of Ethereum with the crazy gas prices and things like that. Because the guys in my channel range from whales to people who are first starting out. So yeah, I want something for everyone really, and just gets them into it. This is the grey piss taker designed by one of our guys. It's actually part of a game that we're running in Army Alien Worlds. A part of Army Alien Worlds, we've got our own gang mining on Magor, and the blue dwarf wizard, as he's called, keeps leaving clues at the moment, and he speaks to me because apparently there's gold on Magor, and I can confirm there is gold on Magor. And I was speaking actually to the blue dwarf wizard today, and he's given me a clue. Actually, I'm not sure whether I should give it out, but he's told me clue 4 is the letter D, whatever that means.
That's the fourth letter of the alphabet. I mean, that's the fourth letter of the alphabet. Maybe there's no connection to what I just said, but let's pretend that there was.
Yeah, so all will be revealed by the blue dwarf wizard, I guess, soon. So, but that was one of the guys' NFTs. Obviously, not probably the best artist in the world, but I think it's hilarious. I
just put up the D Trender had he was saying Loadmaster will bring a proclamation from the dwarves today on your amazing.
I can't even say the word. Yeah.
So the clue thing. Okay, so clue number 4 is the letter D. Now you know. Now I'm going back to this this NFT. I freaking love this NFT. And I mean the collaborations too. Like, okay, so you guys are mining on Magor. Obviously, you need to encourage people to mine on your territory. By the way, we just hit 33 concurrents, which, if I'm not mistaken, is a record for us for this week. So please throw your wax count in the comments, and I'll start giving away some more NFTs. We got a bunch of different stuff to give away today. So thank you guys very much for that. But you're sort of incentivizing people to mine on your territory. Whoever owns the card gets a little bit or whatever. And of course, the uplift is it's like the 3 or 4 dimensional version of that, right? So anything that is like, hey, we're doing this game to encourage people to come mine over here, and we're releasing these bomb ass NFTs. Like, I want one of these things, the gray piss taker. I want one to sell for $100,000 because fuck you. Like, that's awesome, right? Like, that would just be these things are adorable.
Well,
right?
the blue wizard, he's got a load of these, and he's doing his own thing with them. I've got nothing to do really with that, although I have some land that we mine and things, but again, we're just giving it all back to the miners, and I think the NFT is absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, it's fun, man. That's a lot of fun. All right, what's next here?
What's next? Let me guess.
This freaking guy. So what's it like hanging out with a bunch of D-gents every day?
I love it. It's just
me too.
it's what it's all about. Forget the launches and things. I could spend all day in the NFT army and just chill. We have games going on and all sorts of lotteries, and we hype the guys up before shows like this and other shows, and yeah, it's just fun. But this guy here is a sneak peek, really. I've always wanted my own series, so why not? And this one is born of the NFT army. I've got 10 of them coming out. This is Major Boner, as you can probably tell. I haven't put his name on.
It's actually kind of subtle. Like, if you didn't know it was Major Boner, you might not look. But then you're like, oh.
So yeah, so we've got a series of 10 coming out. I'm just finalising now, and I'm just going to drop them all at the same time. Nice. There is going to be a use for them because everybody has a use for their NFTs, blockchain heroes, etc., and Van City. So there'll be some gamification if I can work it out, and there'll be different rarities and upgrades and things like that. But again, dropping it free. We're not going for the sales or anything like that. If people want to trade them, they can. But yeah, and any wax we make from trades, we'll just throw into series 2. So
yeah, I wouldn't have known that was Major Boner unless you told me. Like, I wouldn't have known the pistol was loaded until you told me that.
Yeah, it's very subtle, that, isn't it? I didn't want how do we say, a large boner.
Yep. No, it's the perfect size subtle boner.
Now you got me on the that's what she said again. But, yeah.
And the others that I've got coming are all in that sort of vein as well. So they're all good fun.
What's an elegant boner?
And so, like, the best part about that is you didn't even realize that you fell into our trap. The ones that I have coming.
Oh, Jesus. Denied.
Yeah,
I think my son's watching this, so let's be careful.
Right?
No, I mean, like, I heard the artwork is really great.
Yeah, I mean, my artist is an NFT fan, and obviously this is Ballas's, the very first ration drop that he did. And again, there's just something special about it. It's done from his own love of NFTs and our ration drops we do. He's one of my main guys in the channel.
That's awesome, man.
Great.
Yeah, Ballas has actually been sharing some stuff out for us in the mornings and getting links to the army.
The guy's a machine. He's always on.
Huge love for the Ballas Nell.
Yeah, he's the one who sorted out my ban in like a minute and a half.
Excellent.
I mean, there's some real talent in the army, and if anyone needs anything, they just have to drop in there, and someone will do it for you. That's another good thing about the community, really.
Yeah, it's awesome. All right, so tell us about this.
Oh, top secret this. So this goes back to, I think we were talking about my idea of the army, and it still wasn't solving my problem of missing everything. So I happened to be luckily chatting to a major developer who works alongside Wax, who's designed some kick-ass apps. And I was talking to him one late night, and I said, this is my idea. So we collabed together to create Nifty Drops, which is an app. It's in alpha phase at the moment. We've got a few lucky members and a few other members if they want to try and get into the alpha to test it and try and break it for us, really, to make sure it works 100%. And then we're moving into another beta phase where we're going to invite 200 more people from Twitter, from the army, from any of your followers to come in and again try and break it, suggest modifications to it. But what the actual app does is top secret. That's why I've got that hidden up there. But it's going to be your go-to place for NFTs, really.
Yeah.
Go-to.
Well, and I know who you're working with, and they're real good. So everything about this is super intriguing, and so I am going to shut up now because it's top secret. But I mean, it's just cool. And like the whole idea that I mean, obviously everybody who's in the army knows that this is going to be fantastic anyway. But it's I think positioned to especially with the way that you've built communities and the way that they'll be integrated into using this new tool. It's just going to be a huge value add for the whole space, I think.
The important thing is it's sort of, I hate the words centralized because that's sort of a no word in the NFT and crypto world, but this will bring together Wax, ETH, Flow, Matic all to one place, and the eyes on a project will just be huge for anyone on the app. So
yeah. No, it's funny. I was talking to this with the Uplift. We were interviewing somebody who wants to come in and work on the tech stack, and they're big up in DApp Radar and just a bunch of he was like key engineer on like a bunch of projects that everybody would recognize, and we started talking about it was actually Ricardo was talking about decentralization and stuff, and he just stopped the whole conversation. He said, "You know what I'm into right now? Centralization.
Let's go the other way."
And he basically said, like, I want open databases so that it's perfectly transparent. Which again, for NFTs, right? The key element is not sort of censorship resistant blockchains as far as making the actual technology work. It's making sure that it's perfectly transparent databases so that ownership is tracked and secure and works, and so that if somebody wants to take the NFTs from Alien Worlds, the land NFTs from Alien Worlds, say, and map them to a game inside the Uplift, or if anyone wants to like give anyone that holds an NFT army NFT in their wallet some superpowers inside the Uplift or any other kind of game, you're going to be able to do that. And so he just like completely totally flipped the conversation around that, because the dogma around decentralization has started to take over. And like the second something kind of goes into that ideological dogmatic kind of view, it becomes very, very brittle, right? So if you're using something and you don't even know why you're using it, chances are it's sort of kind of hit its point for its peak for where it's necessarily going to be usable. So yeah, centralization isn't a bad word with me at all. It just has to be used for all of us and for good, right?
Yeah, that's the key thing about
out.
this. It has to be like that because it's a way out to everything else. And Michael from Alien Worlds and Steph from EOS Nation, they're all enabling us to use anybody's NFTs for anything. And that's really exciting. You could take anyone's NFT and use it for something, whether it be a game or staking it's evolving daily.
Right. Our Planet basically, was the first big-ish example of that, right? Like you can stake, any of the NFTs that are connected to them, and again, like Alien Worlds, Uplift Art is in there, Coblox and GBO, kind of the usual suspects or what have you, and you can stake them to their thing, and they're basically community connectors. That's again like the thing that ends up fascinating me the most often is anytime you have these communities that are figuring out how to connect in meaningful ways. More of these communities or games or worlds or metaverses or whatever it is, that just it shines like a giant beacon for me because those are the things that are going to work.
Yeah.
And what does that look like in the real world, right? It doesn't exist. Like if you think about it, all these kids with like cards, like, and comic books, like when they get older, their mom's like, I'm going to throw those out. And you're like, no, I'm not. And then you got to go and like rent a storage space and pay money for it. I mean, it's a complete opposite in the NFT world, right? Like you get paid to store your NFTs in places like Our Planet, right? Like it's
well, right. And like that doesn't really mean anything, right? It's just their way to incentivize other communities connecting with what they're doing. And I mean, they're creating a huge value add for those products because people are buying them up like complete degens. Like I'm buying up like low cost Alien Worlds because the ratio is really good. Don't tell anyone that because then the price will go up and won't be able to keep snapping them up for so much. But yeah, like I'm pushing 10,000 Alien Worlds cards staked to Our Planet because the numbers are good, and so I'm just buying up all the supply from the bottom end. That's what she said. And it creates that valuation use case that it's just like a total value add for other products.
Yeah, I did something similar. I noticed the ratio was really good for the price, and I bought a load and was getting 10x, 20x on Our Planet and getting quite a lot of the token for it. I still don't know what's going to happen with the token.
So basically they're creating a game, but they're also like putting it out there so that any other projects who want to kind of tap into the Ether ecosystem can do it because they have a ton of it or whatever, right? So they're leaving it open. But the initial game, from what I gathered, is you're gonna be able to use that Ether, that AETH or Aether or whatever you want to call it.
It's nearly as bad as Michael's.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
let's think of a token name that no one can pronounce.
Quadrupilium.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my new one. So yeah, you're gonna be able to buy elements, which will just be like colors, whatever it is, and you'll be able to mix and match those to create a one-off NFT. So it's like I kind of get a CryptoKitties vibe from it, but it's like a space different story or whatever. And so they're just sort of making up a use case that the NFTs will be kind of interesting collectible editions and stuff like that. And then the communities are going to have the option to go in and basically just pitch ideas the same way people pitch ideas in the army.
I can't wait for the staking to stop because the market's just dried up. Everything's staked now. You can't get anything.
It's true.
It makes it all more valuable.
I like this. Das hat Zigazed. I think that's a good one.
What?
Apparently, according to Asmodi, that's what she said in German is Das hat Zigazed.
Das hat Zigazed. Oh.
Okay. I need to figure out how to like. Maybe I'll just like save it because I want to be able to actually say that
properly. Yeah,
I want to say it, pronounce it properly was what I was going for there. But yeah, that I'm definitely gonna use that. That's not Zigazed.
Yeah,
that's quality.
That's really good. Thanks for that.
Nailed it. Katsumoto, thanks. Ultra rare UK horrors are in Our Planet now. I actually saw they just added one this morning. Hold on here. Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, I was just looking at it this morning actually, because I don't know.
Yeah, Dark
what's it
Country.
called? Yeah, Dark Country's in there now.
Yep.
Kolobok. I can never pronounce that.
Yeah, I have no idea what Kolobaka is.
It's quite interesting, actually. A bit of alpha for everyone there. If you go to the market and you need to buy 2 of them, and I think they're about 2 cents each, and then you go to the site and you can send them on little adventures, and it's quite funny, really. And then you get free ones back. But if you stake what you win, they're worth like don't quote me on this. They're like worth 100 or something. So
Really?
they're quite special. Go have a look at OpenSeas or wherever the market is for it. Yeah, I've got quite a few staked now. At
Can you do the ones that are on Atomic? I'm just on there now.
You buy them from Simple Market, but for example, here I picked up all the epics, and they're worth 24 each, and you can pick them up for less than $1.
Oh, that's awesome.
And the commons are worth 4, and they're like 1 cent, I think.
And that's all on Simple Assets? I never go to Simple Assets.
But the game itself's quite funny, really. It's worth going to have a play with. You can breed them and everything, and it's very cheap.
Somebody was telling me about that. All right, so how do I get to the Simple Assets market? I'm just gonna walk myself through this while we're on here.
I think I can find you a link. I actually got it from just Googling it, I think.
Yeah, I think it's.
I just Googled whatever it is, NFT.
Okay.
It's actually it's on dap.com. Yeah, their website is. I'll post it into your chat here for you.
Cool.
That's their website there. Coloblock.io. Yeah, and it's very straightforward. Just log in with your Wax account.
Give people. I might as well just show people what I'm doing on here. Doink.
Yeah, it's a crazy game, and some fun animations in there. You've got to buy 2 from the thing, but they're very cheap.
All right. Oh, that's weird.
The problem with NFTs, and this is like a big problem for me. The major problem with NFTs is that it's kind of eating into my retirement fund.
This is my retirement fund. What are you talking about?
No, I know what you mean, but like there's just so many. I'm excited, that you kind of got started in it because you couldn't keep track of them. Like it was the same thing for a lot of projects on EOS or Ethereum, back in the day, and even with great, like the Wax Cloud wallet is great. You can view all of your assets from inside of there, so you don't really need a block explorer. And the Atomic Assets is you can see pretty much everything in there as well. But like it's just so hard to keep track of. Like we had Anders on for any observation maybe last month, and we were kind of chatting about this, and he kind of said it's just crazy to kind of know how many releases came out in just the last 2 months of last year, right? And they've kind of calmed down, it seems like, for January, but they seem to come in these massive waves, right? And it's sometimes hard to keep up.
Yeah,
I know for me.
Adventures is where you need to be, Corey.
Adventures?
Yeah, go on Adventures.
Cool.
And you can start an adventure. And I think you get a free. You can start an adventure down below there. You get 1 free one, and then you have to check which one you're going to send on its little adventure. It's crazy.
Oh, these are growing. Do I have to wait till they're done growing?
Oh yeah, you might have to wait, but you basically select one and you send it on an adventure, and they've got a really crazy animation, and you can risk it. The higher risk for a higher epic card, and you could fail, and the whatever the creature is dies. Unfortunately, it's very sad.
It's so sad.
Got quite upset when one of mine died, but a lot of them made it, and I got quite a few good NFTs from it, and I staked them on our planet.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, because I'm like degen level obsessed with staking to our planet. So I clearly and again, watching how I personally react to this stuff, right? So now I want to get into Callbox specifically because my buddy Loadmaster told me that I could get a good high return on our planet. And I'm like, what are these stupid little fucking things? Who cares? Just give me more.
Yeah, get more. It's the unknown. It's that FOMO, isn't it? What is it at the end of the rainbow? I've got how many million have
Right?
you got now? But what's
How do I buy bundles of these stupid little things? Is what my next
don't
question
worry.
is.
There's no cheap ones left there. I think I've had them all.
Son of a bitch.
But yeah, but they're quite easy to gain more by sending them on their little adventures.
Yeah, no, I'm excited about this. No,
I think
there's two on here that are for sale.
Everyone should go and get two just to see the animation for the adventures.
Right.
I'll see if I can get. I probably can't get it, but yeah, the adventure screen's really funny.
I think if you can share your screen as well too. If
I don't think I've.
doesn't come up.
Let me see if I've got my adventure screen. I probably can't log in. No, it'll take me too long to log in with all my other things up. But yeah, I'd say go and have a look, everybody. It is fun. And you can get yourself some good NFTs to stake on our planet.
Right? There you go.
So
you
actually,
know what's messed up? I've never been to the Simple Market before.
No, it was a bit of a new one for me. Quite a scary experience, really, isn't it, when you hit a new market
Right?
you've never been to?
I'm so used to Atomic Hub. They're like, why is this white?
I mean, it's like shopping in a new shop. It's like, where do they keep everything, isn't it?
Right?
Until you know your way around. I love Atomic because I've used it so much, but you go somewhere else.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, I think that like before Atomic though, everything was really kind of like that, right? Like that was one of the things that that Jonah and Atomic Assets did that was really well, is like they made it actually look like a shop you would go into in the real world, and no disrespect, but like these other NFT sites on Wax are so much better than like exchanges and like some of the stuff that we used to deal with like 2-3 years ago, right? Like it's nuts. But yeah, like especially like for NFTs. But actually, I had a question for you, Ash, if you don't mind. I got a little bit of a personal question, and I'm gonna kind of ask you. But I was just kind of curious because they just came out with the I'm sure like your guys were really influential in voting as well, but they just came out with the Wax kind of community awards. And I was wondering like what you thought. Like, great for Uplift Nation. So for Uplift Art, we got like a kind of a platinum Editor's Choice Award, which was quite nice. But I just wondered what you thought of the rankings and the standings. Like.
Yeah, I did look at the results today. I think I was a bit late to the game really when I posted it to my guys to go and obviously try and vote for us as best community. But I'm up against the likes of Monkeys. You just can't compete with their numbers at the moment. Yeah, it was good fun, and all the people I expected were at the top. So
yeah, it was no surprise to see Blockchain Heroes. It's like, yeah, I never use this word, but Corey said it so much today that I'm gonna have to put it in my vocabulary. But it's like a D-Gen Grammys or a D-Gen Emmy Awards, right? Like it's like. Yeah, I think Blockchain Heroes did quite well. Crypto Monkeys did okay. I can't remember who else was on the list. But yeah,
I looked down the list and I thought usual suspects. Yeah, I think they could go further with best newcomers and things like that, couldn't they? But
man, I didn't know Colobox was freaking Crypto Alliance. No wonder the Our Planet staking rewards are so good since Crypto Alliance made Our Planet. That checks out. All right. Well, now I got to talk to Roman again. Ken Bozak, what's up, motherfucker?
Yeah,
I keep forgetting your kid is maybe watching this. I should probably like.
I need to speak to Ken about his QVC channel that he's got going. Ken VC.
Yes.
24-hour NFT sales. That's
baller.
I can't believe I watched it for 3 hours.
Yeah, Ken. Is he just doing that? Is that still going on?
I have no idea. I think I fell asleep to it, actually. The music sent me to sleep after 3 hours watching it.
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, Ken, if you're still doing that, or if you do it again, let us know, because that's some kind of freaking genius.
Yeah.
If you do it again, maybe we can time it so that he's doing it while he's live with us for one of our future episodes. That would
we could just turn it on. Well, and when we get the browser windows working in line, you could just I can imagine people going up to the Ken Bozak temple, and all it is this giant, temple to NFTs. And right at the top, there's just a video that's playing 24 hours a day of the Ken VC channel.
Yeah, I want him to stream it to Freeview on telly so you could actually sit and watch it.
Indeed. All right, so that's the other thing. So if anybody's connected with any of the people that deal with Call-a-Box, tell them to at me because we want to book them because I want a walkthrough of this game at a high level.
At a high level.
I don't know if at some kind of level. At like, I just want somebody to show me how to get me some more of that sweet ether. That's it.
When you see the dancing fox, you'll know what I mean.
Because it's like this is one of those things where like if my wife walked in, she's like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
Yeah, I get that all the time with most of the things I'm doing.
Exactly, almost all of the conversations I have with my wife.
Like, why are you on Megabox clicking a block? That looks so boring. And I'm like, you don't understand.
Yeah, it's a big deal. It's a big deal.
I could be wasting.
The worst part
my
my missus is actually an artist, and she doesn't get it. Like that's like, but you know, probably what 5-10 years down the road, every gamer, every artist, every musician, potentially, you know, they're all gonna get it. They're all gonna be like, why didn't we do this like 10 years ago? It doesn't make any sense, right? Like,
yep.
Yeah, and you're gonna look back on. I think it'd be funny because you look back on the Wax ecosystem as like the crypto community kind of looks back on like Dogecoin now. It's like well, at what point do like, you know, some of these awesome NFTs that you guys are producing or some of these meme NFTs like they might actually, you know, take over the market like for brief periods of time because they're just really freaking cool. Like,
yeah, you just never know what's around the corner with NFTs, do you?
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty nuts, man. There's so many of these Call-a-Box NFTs. Thank you for throwing me down another rabbit hole. God damn it.
I think they're all 1 cent though, aren't they? So they won't.
They're a little bit more. Some of them are 2 cents. Some of them are like 3 wax, which is all of 12 cents. But yeah, I'm here for it, man. Because I've been. Like because again, like doing the show and honestly doing the show with Jimmy's and all of you guys hanging out so often is, you know, it's always a joy, right? Like we had a little stressful moment this morning because we were really trying to get our NFT line out before today to launch it today. But it needs to cook a little bit longer, right? So I'm like, whatever. Every single time I need to kind of zen out and not think about building universes and, you know, what the hell we're gonna, you know, collab with Ken. By the way, Ken, we're still working on that tune Bug and Blue to get it done. We're making him a jingle, which we're gonna release as an NFT because why the fuck wouldn't we?
Why not? It'd
be ridiculous not to. But the way that I have been turning my brain off is going through and buying every single Alien Worlds NFT under 1 wax that I could, and there's hundreds. And then of course, you know, and people said, okay, well, you could use Wax Explorer to like bulk stake them to our plan. I'm like, yeah, but that ruins my clicky time. And I literally like a degenerate. I just go through like click. It's like zen. Yeah. And then, you know, spend a few minutes doing that, and then we go on about the day and do something cool.
Although it can bite you in the ass a bit, because I remember when the Alien Worlds shining happened, I was about ready to shine all my Alien Worlds and realized they were all staked. And so I missed the time because I had to unstake them all. And there I was clicking manually to unstake them all. So yeah, I was like, damn you, Ben from Wax Explorer. Why didn't you invent that for that day?
Right. Hey, Ken, I'm entirely new at the whole YouTube thing. If you want to wrench, DM me and tell me how to make you a moderator because I'll totally do it. I think that'd be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I agree. That would be really cool. I think actually, can we go back a little bit because I think you kind of dropped a little bit of a hint there, but I kind of want to explain it a little bit more as well. So Corey and I have been working on this, idea about like having NFTs for people who come and are patrons of our show. And our plan actually was to release it with you here today because the NFT army is, so awesome that we kind of wanted to have them be the, kind of the first people that were able to get their hands on it. Unfortunately, that didn't really work out. So but we're going to release it sometime in this week. And probably we'll try to remember to drop a post into the NFT Army Telegram channel because
cool.
again. It would be really cool. But yeah, I'm not really sure when we'll get them out. Maybe we can do them even on the weekly roundup surprise kind of guest visit or something like that. But yeah, like just kind of a way for us to say thank you to all the people who tune in and watch and kind of have like a memorabilia of hanging out with us, because we love hanging out with you guys and we want you guys to. I'm gonna tear up here. Remember that you love hanging out with us. When you look at your account, it's like. Who the hell is Corey? Like, when you're sitting in your rocking chair, rocking back and forth, and like people are like, looking through your NFT playbook list, and they're like, who the hell is like Corey and Jimmy D? Like you got like hundreds of NFTs here. Like, who are they? It must be amazing people. No, they're just these guys.
Total DJs. By the way, Ken's dropping claim links for some sweet Nifty Wizards weed. In the comments, so
wrap them up.
Get it.
If it's free, get it.
Yeah, shout out. Thanks, Asmodi. Shout out to the lads and the NFT army, just in general. I mean, we're gonna have to get Nifty Q back on from the lads, because we haven't talked since. Well, it feels like it's been 6 months. It's probably been 3 weeks.
Yeah, and you know what I'd kind of like to do, like I have just kind of thinking about this now, so it might not even be possible, but I think like when the Uplift does launch, it'd be cool to have like the Nifty Wizards, I don't know where my brain went there, the NFT army, the lads, and the Crypto Monkeys guys, because they're the three of our biggest communities. It'd be cool to like just have like some kind of community building or community like event competition where you guys could all go head to head, and I just think it would be really cool to like organize something like that. That again, totally off the top of my head, I have no idea.
I think it's a great idea, and I think what just off the top of my head, right? Because we do want to let the communities in that are in the community cluster, like they're going to get in, kind of like what you're talking about, Loadmasters first, like doing the beta and like bringing a few hundred people in and try and break it, right? Because we're going to end up breaking something for sure. It's only a matter of figuring out what it is. And I mean, there's so much energy. I had 3 requests this morning from people I've never met on Twitter, like, how do we get in on this community cluster thing? To the point where like I was just going to do 10, and then we added another ring. And now we're probably going to put some land up for sale around what's completed, and then do a whole other ring of communities after that, because there's so much interest in it, right? So we let all these people in, and maybe what we could do is do a build competition where, maybe we set it up so that it needs to be 2 or 3 communities together. So you like pick your team, right? So maybe it's like lads, NFT army. Again, you guys pick whatever, but I'll basically put out land grants, but along the railway that's headed from Central City out to the community cluster, and just say, okay, do builds, come up with some interesting shit, and then the entire community can vote on it. We can release those as NFTs if we want to, basically whatever the team wants to do, and make that all the surrounding land just keeps getting more valuable all the time. I think that'd be fun, really fun.
Yeah, I'm sure people will be up for a build competition if there's NFTs at the end of it.
Right. Well, we did a build competition where I just with our builder team in there now, I basically put 2,000 wax on the table and said, every build up to 20 builds gets just 100 wax or whatever. People were stoked even just about that. But those builds are now populating plots of land that are for sale. So people are going to like randomly be able to auction on some of these things that are in there, and some of the builds are amazing. So like that, and of course the best one got 500 wax or whatever it is. But yeah, we totally do it for NFTs, for bragging rights, for whatever. And of course, like that team would then own that NFT. They could decide whatever they wanted to do with it. Keep it loaded up.
Yeah, and where you were this morning in our show when you first went into the Uplift, that might have been one of those build areas, right?
It was actually just a random village, because Minecraft spawns villages all over the place. Yeah, it was near one of those things. But I didn't. Well,
and another plug that we should throw in while we're talking about this as well is you just started you recently just started a show with Greg to kind of go around and look at all the builds that people are doing.
Yeah, so yesterday, Tuesdays at noon, Greg and I are going to go through and review all the builds that are out there. But Recurrier from Crypto Monkeys and I decided to start a show that's going to be on Fridays at 2 p.m. on this channel called Clusterfuck because, I mean, of course. And that's just going to be about news out of the cluster because there's so many so many people who have joined in with that idea. There's so many people that are now taking a look at the stuff that's going on out there now. And of course, like Andrew's just freaking building tools already for the whole community cluster idea and stuff like that. So we've already got 2 shows coming out of the uplift and 1 random NFT line. I've actually been gifting people NFTs from that already, little artifacts from inside the world. It's fun stuff.
Cool.
And okay, back to buying Call Box. Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, I want to get on and do an adventure now.
Right? Yeah, the timed thing is really interesting to me. As just as a gamification function, right? It's just kind of how Alien Worlds works. And I want to drop this. I talked about it a little bit yesterday. But you've seen the 2D map. I'm sure most of you guys have, although you can actually do it in 3D, which is really fun as well. But it's a live map, right? So I want to have it so that we create some kind of 2-dimensional game so that people that aren't even in Minecraft can fuck with this, right? And, maybe it's a matter of just having a time thing. Maybe once a day you could come in and click on one person's land or whatever, right? And maybe get a tiny little bit of wax or a random NFT discovery, or if you click on the NFT army one, you might get a just kind of random discovery kind of thing, but in a 2-dimensional game, so that people that aren't even in the world can sort of interact with it and kind of get to know it and that kind of thing. So if if anyone knows anyone that might be interested in working on that, let me know, because I don't freaking have any clue how any of that shit works. But it would get hosted in Wombat. I'll tell you that right now. That's probably out of turn because I haven't really talked to Adrian about it yet, but I love him. Love you, Adrian. Anyway, what were we talking about before I got weird?
No idea.
Well, we were talking about how we should have a conversation while you go back to Cola Blocks.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, go, talk about yourselves.
No, I mean, like, I love it because, like, I love doing the show with Corey because he never ceases to surprise and amaze me, and like, yeah, he somebody the other day asked me something about NFTs, and I'm like, yeah, I'll get back to you because I got to check with Corey because, like, that's his forte, which is great. But my forte is a little bit different, so it's probably not as interesting for this kind of conversation. But I just wanted to, ask you because I like to ask people, their opinion based questions, like what are the projects in the space right now? The NFT projects in the space right now that excite you the most and why? I'd like to know that.
Wow, big question.
Yeah.
Possible questions, but like,
I guess everyone's waiting for Bitcoin Origins Friday's block launch. There's a few things coming up that excite me. F1 Delta really excite me because they're going to start their 2020 season. I don't know if you've bought keys from them and that sort of, because I've got a passion for F1. There's so many other.
What is that? The F1 race cars? Sorry.
F1 Delta. It's an NFT based racing game. It is on ETH, unfortunately, so the ETH prices can be quite demanding.
Right.
That's interesting because it's got function. Avagotchi as well. That's again away from Wax, unfortunately, but they've just moved to Matic, so that's making things easy. Wax wise, I guess the biggest thing is Bitcoin Origins this Friday for me. And then what else comes along? I was on the site. What else is coming on actually? I forget. There's so many.
I realized that Matic was involved in NFTs. Is that a big ecosystem as well?
No, but Avagotchi was based on Ethereum, and they were planning their launch of the portals and everything. But the price of Wax was outweighing the cost for everyone, so they've moved to Matic blockchain, and the costs are zero now. So the game can still function. A bit like Top Shots. There's no fees or anything, and that's the downside of ETH, I imagine. I mean, I'm no developer, but yeah, Hodl God's coming up, isn't it? And Stonk Wars. I still have no idea what Travis and Joel are doing with Stonk Wars.
Yeah, I saw the promo. The promo it was pretty interesting promo. I mean, like, yeah, they're good at that kind of like comedic kind of style, so I quite like it. But in terms of other platforms as well, like you mentioned a few, and like I'm just kind of curious. Like I know Telos had recently launched like an NFT line. There's a few other platforms out there. Have you been invested in any of those? Spent much time, like obviously you know about Matic and Ethereum, but are there other platforms that are working with like NFT in the same capacity that Wax is that you're interested in seeing?
There's bits and bobs all over, isn't there? And I've got my fingers in a bit of everything really, but you can only concentrate on a few at a time really. But yeah, I give each one a good looking over and read their white papers, and I tend to stick with the ones that I enjoy using or playing with or something like that. And each to their own, isn't there? But wouldn't it be amazing if there was a place where you could find them all?
Yeah, well, they're yeah.
What an interesting idea. Hold on, this is what
amazing.
This is what the captain just fired over to me here.
Yeah. Oh, did I send you the adventure? Did I? Yeah.
You did.
Oh, get a load of this. Send your rabbit on adventure. There's the foxy.
So is it better to do the adventure or do the breeding?
Well, I guess if you can't afford anymore, then do the breeding. I think that costs something. But the adventure's hilarious. I look at him chasing his little co-blocks or whatever it is.
All right.
Like playing that.
I mean, like you do. That just makes sense. Why would you go? All right.
I don't know. What are you guys mainly into for the next launch?
I can't really think past the Uplift right now.
Yeah. So, I mean, for me, I dabble here and there, but like you said, I like utility in NFTs, and I'm not like that much of a collector. I collect stuff that I like really like. Like I collected the base sets of Blockchain Heroes just because I think the mythology is cool. I recently, we had Recurrier on the show, so I got into Crypto Monkeys. Now I got to go figure out how to get some of these NFT army ones because I didn't even realize that they were there. Blockchain Heroes, I haven't been able to get a hand. Like I haven't been able to get a hand in the release days because it's crazy. Like bad timing for me too. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning, but like they've been selling out in like 10, 15 minutes, right? Like these blocks. And I mean, so yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to Friday for that.
I mean, I remember the day when Bitcoin Origins first block didn't sell out for something like 4 days. Now you'd be lucky to get one in 1 second, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean it's nuts, and those guys I really want to have those guys on the show because like even if I never own one that I got in the auction, like it's not an auction, but yeah, I like it. I think like just what they've created is really cool. And we were actually talking to Any Observation the last time he was on about like kind of use case and utility and overprinting of Wax NFTs. So I've been kind of taking a step back and like thinking about it, right? Like I don't have time or funding to be able to just buy every NFT, which is, I think where, some people are. And so I'm a little bit, cautious on it, but I think cogs is cool, but I don't have any cogs because I'm not never use them. I'm never going to play the game, right? Like, I mean, Uplift, obviously Uplift art because I'm kind of involved, but as well like the idea of having music on a blockchain, like the idea of having a movie on a blockchain, the idea of having like real estate that's tied to a virtual world but also potentially tied to the real world on a blockchain, like that's pretty These are kind of the things that I'm like more interested in, and we're not quite there yet, but I think we will be someday. And I mean, this is why we want to have people like you, or I want to have people. I won't speak for Corey, but I want to have people like you on the show, because you know I'm kind of like a newbie in terms of like NFTs and like collecting and this kind of stuff, right? I know how to do what I need to do, but other than that, I just buy shit that I like. Like I just buy shit that's cool. Like, you know, I like the artwork, or I like the story, or like I'm not speculating. I'm not trying to like get a mint number one. Like it'd be nice to get a mint number one, but it's like you know, I don't get like frustrated about it. Like I kind of collect NFTs like I did comic books back in the day, just for fun.
Yeah, there's loads of different reasons, isn't there, to do it. I'm a bit of a Mint 1 fan. I like collecting my Mint 1s, but I'm not stupid. I wouldn't spend thousands on a Mint 1. I try to get the packs open to get them.
Yeah.
That's the excitement.
Yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
No, I just wanted this comment from Asmodi. Engine just announced fractional ownership of physical houses, properties in China. We actually talked to Engine briefly about because they've got Minecraft integration mods set up for crypto. We're just going to build it ourselves because they weren't even remotely thinking about doing EOSIO when we talked to them. Although I think they changed their mind because I told them they're insane if they don't. That'll be good. Yeah, we're gonna see this kind of integration into games happen. You know, I think it's gonna start happening really, really fast.
But we should pull them on a Friday show regardless, because you know, like they're like I want to explore NFTs in other areas beyond EOSIO as well. I mean,
I'd love to.
Even though Wax is going to win, right? So, but sorry, I wanted to ask you one more question, because I thought I kind of think this is interesting about NFTs. So, like originally, like you said, when we started the NFTs, like back in the Garbage Pail Kids days, the early Blockchain Heroes days, you would rip the pack, and then the first person to be able to rip the pack would get the lower mints, right? But then that model kind of ported, I believe, with the second series of Blockchain Heroes and Uplift Art and Tribal Books, I believe was one as well. Whereby like they were pre-minted packs. Like, do you have I like them both. I think they're both kind of interesting, but do you have a preference? So like which is your like, are you a thrill seeker, or are you like a gambler? Because essentially I think that's what it boils down to, right? Like,
I think I'm a bit of everything, really. I get what I'm given, really. It depends on my internet connection of the day. I wouldn't be sitting on my mobile phone trying to do it. I'd want to be first. But I think horror's got it sort of right in the end, didn't they? The packs were there, and you didn't know whether you were going to get a pre-minted or not, and it seemed to work for me. The excitement was still there. I know it's frustrating when they have technical problems, but that seems to be a thing of the it seems to happen on all of them at the moment. I mean, look at NBA Top Shots at the moment. They're in disarray because of the amount of people trying to buy.
Fun problems.
Yeah, and I like the gamification of it as well. Like for example, Boyd, when they released their Tesla NFT, they basically had an auction, and like every time someone bid, the price would go up. So there was the kind of that rush to do that. EOS Go as well, like they released their first NFT line last month, and now they're doing a new one. They've added some interesting gamification, and actually, if you tune in tomorrow, they're actually going to give us some cards that we can give out to the community. But it's kind of really cool. Like if you have one card, they've basically calculated like percentages, so that like the next week they'll drop you another card, and if you have a legendary card, then you've got like a 60% chance of getting another one. And they go through that 4 weeks in a row, and then at the end of the month, I think they give you like, last time they gave you like a Garbage Pail Kids card, like that had a good rarity or something. I think this time they're giving you something different. I think they're actually giving you tokens this time, but don't quote me on that. But yeah, like different projects are doing all of these like really interesting things in terms of gamification. Some of it gets over gamified, in my opinion. Like it's just like I think like I love Blockchain Heroes, the mythology and the stuff behind it, but like their last series, there was over 1,000 like first mint. So for someone like you, that must be that must be glorious and great. But like for someone like me, it was kind of like, oh, that's too like okay, I'm just gonna buy the base set and then I'm kind of done, you know. Like
I think each to their own, really. I mean, at Cogs when it first came out, there wasn't so many mint ones, and so I managed to get quite a few. But Series 2, there were more mint ones, and they have their reason for doing it, and each their own. I didn't sort of. I still got quite a few, but there's more out there, isn't there?
Yeah. So and like, how often do you like? So are you a collector or are you a trader? Like I don't. That's kind of a weird box to put people in, but like I see I see people who just like almost hoard NFTs.
I wouldn't say I'm a hodler. I do trade to buy new packs, and that's the way I look at it. Some things I won't let go, but other things, I'll let go for the right price, and to buy packs in the next launch, say Bitcoin Origins this week. I may need to sell a few things that I'm not, but I'm not that passionate about everything that I'll keep it all. I have got too many though, so I'm probably talking a lot of rubbish there, aren't I?
Like, do you have that like coveted card like everyone has, like the Mickey Mantle rookie card? What's your favorite NFT that you've ever
I'd say the top one for me is the RFox 2020 from Cogs Easter egg hunt that I managed to get with the help of a load of other guys. But yeah, there's not many of those about. Yeah. But yeah, I will let things go. Apart from that, what's your favorite?
I probably need to get more because like sometimes I only get one, and then I'm just like a month later when like it sells for bigger money, I'm like, damn it, I don't want to sell it, but like I should have got two, you know.
Yeah, I have got Uplift Art Crate Mint 1, which again is another nice one to have.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, but yeah, there's a few special ones in everyone's collection, isn't there?
Yeah.
But I'd swap it for a Lambo tomorrow if someone offers me it.
See, this is the thing. Like, like I know Ken talks about the permanent hodl, and I absolutely love him for it. But even the cathedral, like I've been asking everybody. There's the few people that are inland, in the world right now, that have been in from before we even came up with this idea. They all got to claim a kilometer square, 1,000 meters by 1,000 meters, and they're all improving it or whatever. And on the Tuesday show, we started going through and like looking at some of the builds and stuff. And I asked Greg, who like built a whole fort rendition, the same one from St. Augustine. Like he literally built a scale model of this thing and built like a underwater fucking fish tank and all this other crazy shit. And I asked him like, how much would you sell this for? And like the land pieces the auctions are gonna start at $100 a piece or whatever. He's like, I don't know, like 200. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. Like that's like this is going to be like a one-off thing that is essentially like a piece of land, but a piece of art that's been built on this land. Like, you just put it on auction because that's stupid. But yeah, like people are going to define that thing. So I like even the cathedral that's at the center, the number of man hours that I put into that, I'm not even going to tell you because it's embarrassing. Because you can build the things like the dome in creative mode, and you can kind of like copy paste or whatever, which is not actually going to be available for in game, like because we want people to actually have to do the get your hands dirty kind of thing. But I didn't know that. Like I didn't know any of that stuff, so I actually had to build the whole thing by hand. Like every single block in that dome I put there, right? And I would still sell it if somebody wanted to pay $10 million for the NFT. I have a price.
Yeah.
I did. This is a market.
I did stand in awe looking at that actually that you built for at least 2 seconds. So yeah, it
2 seconds worth of awe. Nailed
it. Yeah, I spent about 5 minutes on my house. You want to pop over and have a look at it? It's amazing.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it. Hold on.
No.
Come on, let's do it. Let's. What coordinates are you guys in?
It's right by. Oh no, there's a good one.
We can always use the that's what the real use case for the.
I can direct you to it. It's by the beach.
By the beach. Hold on, I'm just
in the top right corner.
So this is. Right corner, I might as well just show people how we're actually.
It's on par. I think it's on par with the dome. Actually, it is on par. Yeah, if you go to my square, top right corner where the beach is.
Oh, right here.
It's in the inner square near the beach. Yeah.
Right here. Okay.
Yeah, it's in there somewhere.
if you're on this map, you can actually. So that's minus 12,230 and 9,700.
Yeah. I'm surprised you can't see my building from the satellite view. Actually, it's that amazing.
Hold on, let's see. Let's
You
see
have
if we
to
can
be. You
zoom
have
in.
to be in there to see it.
Is that right here?
It's somewhere there. Oh, yeah, it might be there.
Oh,
You can see it.
you dug some sand
Yeah.
out.
Well, I went for a swim because that's what you do when you're on
Like
holiday,
you
isn't
do.
it?
Yeah, for
And
sure.
then just near your mouse there, there's a little house in them trees. In them
Okay.
there trees.
Let's go take a look. Come out of here.
Yeah, I built myself a little waterfall and died a few times there.
Yeah, the number of times that people die in a world where you're not supposed to be able to is highly entertaining for me.
Chopped a few trees down.
Nice.
And started the. I was going to build like the Great Wall of China around my zone, but that would take me a long time.
Okay. Yeah, that will definitely take some time. All right. All right. Where am I going?
Just getting me grips now. Where you are? You're. That's a nice lake. You need to be. You need to be near the seaside bit where I dug some holes, I think.
Okay. Let me see if I can find out where I'm going here. This is the thing. That's why I have to have the map up at the same time to kind of.
Yeah, I was doing the same. I had dual monitors and.
Good idea where we are here. Am I even close? Nope. All right. I suck at teleporting.
Yeah, tell me about it. I teleported myself into space and died.
Not again. Yeah, no, this is. Oh, it's 9,700. Yeah, I'm a dork. That's why.
Yeah, that rings a bell. 97.
Minus 12,250.
Oh, that's how you teleport correctly.
There we go. Oh, you got some pigs going on.
Yeah, excellent. I'm trying to recognize something.
Right, I think I'm in the top corner.
Oh, it's further south then, where the beach is.
I wonder if the map's actually going to kind of update. It's minus 12,260, minus 9,700. Minus 12. Yeah. Okay. All right. So the map's going a little slow. And we want to face south.
Find the beach.
All right. Here we go.
The excitement's probably killing everyone here.
Oh, dude. It's just the anticipation. It's incredible.
Yeah, I built all those mountains.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. One block at a time, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
one a day normally is in my plan.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
I feel like I'm in the wrong place.
Shall I have a little look to see if I can see where you are on my?
Yeah, I'm actually not on the. It doesn't look like I'm on the map, which is.
Hold on, I'll try and pull up my map. Here we go. Let me have a little look. See where you are. You're probably miles off.
Yeah, it's looking that way. Minus 12,300, 9,700. Minus 12,200, minus 9,500. Weird. Okay, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, minus 12,250, 9,700. I'm looking on the map now to see where you are.
I think this is. I mean, there's cows in here, which is kind of fun. I'm not showing up on the map for some reason.
No, I'm not seeing you.
9,700. Okay, I'm at 9,700 and 1250. Or 12,250. Looking around the coastline over here. I think this is kind of where we dropped in. Is there? Is there like a hill around there?
No, it's a coastal area, so it's just beach. Yeah, it says here the coords are -12, 250, 700.
Huh. All right.
Weird. It's not
That is
behaving today. Covert.
All right. Well, let's check that out next time because I'm lost. Wait a minute. There's some beach-like area around here.
No, it's a massive beach. Massive. You can't miss it, really. It's weird that you're not there. Never mind.
Yeah, it is weird. Yeah, we'll figure it out. That's strange. Good to know. Looks like somebody's building something on there. Trees in the middle of nowhere. Anyway.
Cool.
Yep. Yeah, when on Friday, I'll see if I can't find that, and we'll show it on Clusterfuck.
Yeah, I'll work on it a bit longer.
All right. Cool. All right, guys. I gotta roll. What Jimmy, are you not on the stream? What's going on there? Just like duck out.
No, I just decided. Yeah, I booted myself out by mistake.
All right. So
something to do. I had something to do backstage, so I just hung up.
I see. Gotcha. All right. So huge thanks to the NFT Army for showing up all the time, and to you, Loadmaster, for showing up and
pleasure.
Hopping in world and stuff. What's the biggest thing you want people to know that's coming up over the next week?
Next week for me, we've got obviously a few more promos to drop. I might even do one tonight if I get time. And the series launch, I think I'll do that on Friday if I can get all the artwork finished. All right,
sounds good. And how do people connect with that? Basically, just find the Telegram situation?
It'll be on our Twitter, NFT Army. I'll announce it, and I'll give people plenty of time. I'll probably do it on Thursday with a timer on it for Friday, so everyone has time. There'll be plenty for everyone there, and they'll be all free.
Yeah, and at the end of the week, we always do a weekly roundup. So if you have any images that we'd like, promos or images that you'd like to include, get them to us, like things that you covered in the show, and we can put them out.
Yeah, and if anyone's interested in becoming a beta tester, just drop us a note in the Telegram channel.
We'll put that in the post as well. Yeah, and like if you're not part of the NFT Army, like why not? You should be. Get in there because like next month, I want you to be a part of pumping.
There it is. Where's the house? The house is somewhere in there.
Yeah,
see where that waterfall is.
That's a really
left. Go left and go head into the woods there. That was our little waterfall. Somewhere in there is NFT Army HQ. See, I've been right of it now. If you're right, somewhere in there is a mansion house.
A mansion house, you say?
To your right of it, I think. There it is. There's the corner of HQ. Look at that. Fit for a king. Got me crafting table already.
It's glorious. All right. That's awesome. All right, I got an idea.
Functional it is. Functional.
You can feel free to turf all this stuff.
An NFT is available of that house for anyone that wants to buy it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. What happens when it rains? You can. Do you have
get wet?
You have umbrellas for sale at the door? I hope so.
I wish I could work out how to craft them.
All right.
I'm a master at dirt blocks at the moment, and that's it.
Nailed it.
Is this the beacon, is it?
It is.
so I can find it again. It'll be interesting to take a snapshot of what it is now and have a look at it in a couple of months' time.
On it.
Fantastic.
Snapshot taken. Little front door action.
We'll have beds by next week.
Yeah, so this is the thing, and Anders was talking about this. He was like, "Man, it takes so long to get out to the community cluster." Two things: you're going to want to make sure you have beds so that you can save out there, so you don't have to do the travel if you don't want. And two, we are working on the railway that will at least make it simpler to get out there, even though it's going to take a little bit of time. And then, of course, when we launch the alpha, you're actually going to earn wax rewards for distance traveled, and people that own those railway plots are going to earn a little wax rewards just for you passing over them. So that travel will take some time, but it will be fun and rewarding. I want to get like a look how awesomely huge this is times not very big.
That's great. Yeah, I'll be sleeping in there
really
tonight.
cool, you guys got a really cool plot.
It's a good spot. It is a good spot.
Yeah, like the water world almost. Like that's
right.
Yeah, I did a bit of swimming in there. It was nice.
Like you do.
I did sink to the bottom and die, but hey.
I don't know what our plot looks like. I'm gonna have to go out there and explore. But if our plot isn't this nice, I'm gonna figure out a way to get a little piece of land inside the NFT army plot, because that's fucking awesome. I want some beachfront property.
Javi, I am humbled by this building. Oh, that's awesome. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us today. We'll Loadmaster, I'd love to have you on soon. We should just book it.
Yeah, no worries.
We want to have people coming back all the time, and obviously we want to represent for the NFT army as much as they represent for us. We're extremely grateful for you guys. So we'll just have to set it up.
Super. Anytime. Thanks.
All right, man. Have a good one, you frickin' degens.
And
this is the way.
What's that, Jimmy?
No, I was just going to say it was wonderful to meet you, and thanks for having you on. And we'll be back again tomorrow for the EOSIO weekly update with Cheney Moore, actually. So
Cheney Moore. All right, game on.